Okay, so this is how she currently sits. One of the last few clips here I did talk about, once I'd removed the water pump housing, that I'd broken that wire off of the plug there. That's the thermo switch. You can see I've just crimped a connector on there, and I'll talk a little bit about plans for that on the wiring a little bit later. So here's the pump housing. Nothing too interesting here, just cleaned up the flange faces. As I said, removed the thermo switch. That's the adapter that comes with the Sakebomb EWP kit. So the new temperature sender is going to be screwing in there. See some red marks over here. I think I'm going to cut the air pump piece off there, smooth that out, and I'm never going to go back to stock, so we'll get rid of that. It's going to sit there and be ugly on its own. So that's what I was just marking up there, trying to work out how I'm going to cut that, make it clean, polish it up after, and not go through. Of course, this is not the quick way of doing this, but it feels the safest way. Power tools, water passages. I think I'd just take my time. Anyway, you don't want to see me do that. There's a lot to cut. Whew. Got there. Okay, well, as you can see, it's off. Still a lot of cleaning up to do. Still a lot of material to come off. But that's the most of it gone. Okay, so this is after 2 hours this morning. I couldn't really do a time lapse because I knew I didn't have enough battery power. So that's all the rough cuts done, and really it's now we just need to get some final polishing done. That is all I'm going to give it, and we'll get that buffed up nicely. So now it's just combination of a few different grit levels of wet and dry, and then some metal polish. Okay, it's as done as I'm going to do it. So obviously it looked something like that before. It's far from professional grade polish, but I think it will do just fine, and it's as good as I polished it previously anyway. So that's that, and I think we can now start putting things back together. Well, got that back together. What a challenge that was. There was a few swear words in the garage, putting that all back together. One of the challenges was I decided to go bolts instead of the studs. 3 of the 4 studs were seized anyway, so decided to do that, but that presented a few challenges getting everything lined up with the gasket. And there's a little plate that goes on the 2 studs at the back there. Getting that hooked on was a little bit more challenging, but it's together. Dropped a little bit of water in there right now, otherwise I'm going to leave it stand overnight. Obviously let the silicone set up, then we'll finish topping up the water, and I will just put some 12 volts on the pump, see if we got any leaks, and I damn well hope not. Don't really want to have to take that apart again. Anyway, looking pretty good. All in. Thermostat housings on there with the new little plate in there. It comes with the kit, and everything's bolted in. Got the wiring in just because it's super tight. Down there is the connection for the new temperature sensor. You can see that. So I pulled that wire in through just to make sure I could get that plugged on. Otherwise the rest of the wiring is all just bundled up here. I gotta get that sorted out, but I want to check for leaks first. So I think that's it for today.